Hello, how's everybody doing? I want to welcome Michael Smith to the show. Kind of transitioning into this. I don't know if it's actually going to be a podcast or wherever you're seeing this video, whether it's on YouTube, whether it's in my Facebook group, wherever. I actually have Michael Smith with me today, and we're actually going to talk about affiliate marketing and the actual program that he is using currently. That actually got him started online. So I actually want to open up as far as, um, speaking of his background, like what, Michael, well, actually, if you want to just introduce yourself and just kind of let people know how we actually got on this in actually Zoom today and how we got on this call. So, yeah, the floor is yours, Michael.
Well, thanks, Mike. I appreciate the opportunity to be here with you today. My name is Mike Smith, and I'm actually an architect is my primary job. Been licensed in California for 30 years. And I have, my family and I, we've gone through three ups and downs. I've closed two businesses and opened three with it. And it seems I get a little success and then the economy turns. And my business, it really is based on the economy. When people are happy and everything's going great, they want to do remodels or additions and such like that. And when the foreclosure implosion hit California in from 2008 to 2013, I basically had a six-person firm that I had to close down, moved it back home. I was really struggling to get things working, and we eventually closed the business, lost my house, and was realizing, I'm really kind of tired of being a slave to the economy, and waiting for clients to come in. I wanted more control over it. And so from like 2010 to now, I've been just looking for something to do that doesn't take me trading. Right now, I trade my time for money. And I just was tired of that. I wanted something a little more control. I love architecture and I want to continue it. But when you are always worried about taking money in and getting that next buck and paying the bills and all that, everything you have to do for a business, it gets tiring, and there's a lot of hours involved. So I've been looking for that and then found this program. Does that answer the question I want to go over for others?
It does. Actually, I want to touch on something real quick. Actually, I just remember. So, were you the guy that? Well, actually, I met Michael in a Facebook group that actually will give you guys an opportunity to get into the group as well at the end of the call. But I met Michael in a Facebook group. But and we have actually weekly training inside this Facebook group by a teacher. Actually, he's a Two Comma Club award winner teacher. He has multiple different businesses. He's been online like 10 or 15 years. His name is actually Anthony Morrison. But were you the guy that rebuilt or made a ClickFunnels page specifically for architects? Was that you? Or, oh, okay. Yeah. I thought once you said architect, so I was like, oh, that's Michael, because I remember he actually won money for his page. So our mentor and our teacher actually promotes us, and actually he gives us, I guess, individual money prizes, or he actually buys our work from us. So he gives us homework, and then if he's, I guess, if he would actually use our homework pages, because actually most of the time what he does is he'll give us actually assignments to build out ClickFunnels pages, to build, which I say ClickFunnels pages, but to build out actually landing pages. And if he likes our landing pages, he will actually purchase them from us. So actually, Michael is so good that actually Anthony purchased a page from him that was actually specifically built for architecture with, I guess he kind of thought outside of the box, because most of the pages are actually just for individual, programs and everything like that Anthony is selling, or either individual affiliate products itself. So actually Michael ended up, thinking outside the box and like, hey, I can use this for business owners, which you guys, if you need a landing page or anything like that, I would recommend ClickFunnels. It's just an easy way. You have no coding, no technical backgrounds, anything. You can have a web page up within like 5 or 10 minutes.
Absolutely. Yeah.
And but just a side note, I don't know, Michael kind of gave his background, and I know he wanted to, I don't know if he knows my background or not, but
I'd
actually,
like to hear
uh,
it.
so actually I was, or actually I am, still am. So, but the thing is, I went to college. Actually, I went to college, got a BS degree in biology, which pretty much, you know what BS stands for, which some people say Bachelor of Science, but you know, whatever. But it actually gave me a lot of opportunities to get into, I guess, different labs and stuff. So my background is pretty much well, I guess either I've had different titles from lab technician. I've actually been a QC, or actually currently I'm a QC analyst too, which I don't know what that means. One, at another company, I was actually a technician three. I've been a QC chemist, which it's all the same. I mean, it's pretty much you're just testing things according to compliance, but not to make things, you know, I guess I don't want to get too technical or too complicated for the audience out there. But I mean, really what you do is we pretty much work in FDA regulated environments where everything that when you go to the store, pull something off the shelf, it actually has, I guess, different components and I guess, well, not really components. I don't want to talk about, well, it has different, I guess, substances that are supposed to be in there. When I say substances, I guess like different ingredients. So we have to make sure that each one of those ingredients are what it says it is. So we use different instruments and all that stuff. But anyway, I actually got into the online realm actually from my wife. She was actually spending a lot of time online, and it was like, why are you spending time online? Let's, you know, play video games. Well, actually, I might have had a, you know, a Sega, or actually not Sega, probably Nintendo, maybe a Nintendo, or actually I think we had a Wii at the time. So we actually, I
Hating
was like, well,
yourself.
yeah. Yeah, I know. But actually, we had a Nintendo Wii maybe at the time. It was like, hey, let's spend time, you know, playing video games and stuff. It was kind of early in our marriage, maybe like 3, 4 years or so. But she was like, no, I'm doing stuff online, doing stuff online, and she ended up making a good bit of money online. And I was like, well, wait
Awesome.
a minute, you what you mean you're not making money just from work? You're actually making money online? And she was like, yeah. And I started listening to, you know, some of her the people she was listening to, which I don't know if you guys know Pat Flynn or not, but that's kind of how she got started. um, and there's another couple that she used to follow, which I can't remember their names exactly. I can't remember their show, but anyway, she used to follow them as well. And I was like, well, wait a minute. It's like, let me, you know, look into some of the stuff. And then actually I saw, maybe, I think it might have been an ad. I don't know if I saw an ad from Ty Lopez or I just saw his YouTube channel. But then I started following Ty Lopez, which obviously you guys, if you've been following Anthony for a while, if you've, well, pretty much if you've done anything online, actually, I asked one of my managers probably about 6 months or so ago. I asked them, it was like, you ever heard of Ty Lopez? And they were like, yeah, I heard of Ty Lopez. I was like, yeah, I was in his mastermind and all this stuff I used to do, because she started asking me about different questions and all this stuff about marketing and all that stuff. I was like, I do market. But anyway, long story short is I started following Ty Lopez, but I guess I used to watch, you know, some of his webinars, his podcasts, and all this stuff. But actually, it ended up one training that he had. Adrian Morrison was on the training, and he was actually selling Ecom Success Academy, which was probably about 3 to 4 years ago. And it was the first time that he had produced. I think he might have had his test group in, so it had only been open maybe at the most 6 months. And I saw the price of it. Well, actually, I went and ran and told my wife. It's like, look, it's like I might be able to, you know, I think I found what I want to do online. You know, I think I have a business. I think I want to, you know, do e-commerce. So I looked into it, looked at the course, and I saw the price. It was like, no, there's no way I'm paying for this. There's no way. It's way too much money. I'm not paying for this. And then I said, but I think I really need it. So my wife said, do you think you're going to use it? Do you think it's going to help you? I said, yeah, I said, I don't know, because because that was like, I've never purchased, you know, anything online before at that time. Or if it was only through something like, I guess, you know, valid sites. Because back then, I don't know, you younger generation, you might, yeah, you might, you know, pretty much think that the um, the internet, you know, was a safe place. But growing up, you know, well, in my time, I didn't really have, you know, the internet. I didn't grow up with the internet, and when the internet first came out, there was only thing you heard about the internet was scams and stuff online.
Yeah.
Somebody's credit card getting stolen, somebody, you know, actually getting hacked, their bank account, you know, losing all their money. So I was kind of skeptical with buying anything online. My wife might have bought purchased a couple of courses, but I mean, other than that, that was it, not for this amount. And I was like, there's no way I'm paying for this. Then I kept going back and forth, like, I might buy it, I might not buy it, I might buy it, I might not buy it. And this was pretty much like all within the same night where he was still on the webinar. And obviously there, every webinar or, you know, every plan is pretty much strategic. And they actually say, you know, you only can get in at this, you know, certain time. You only can, you know, you have to get, you know, purchase at this time. If you don't, then the price is going to actually increase. And I was like, well, you know, I don't want that to happen. Obviously, you know, for you marketers out there, actually, you can learn how to market through an opportunity that we're actually going to give you guys at the end. But, you know, where you can actually partner with somebody who's actually doing this and using this in their business. But long story short is I ended up purchasing the course. And so I did e-commerce. I made actually, you know, built my store. My niche was actually the family niche, because Adrian in this course, which obviously it is a good course, because I learned about how to run Facebook ads. I learned about, you know, pretty much some of the business aspects of e-commerce, why e-commerce is big, which I still think is big. But the thing is, with e-commerce, you know, for all of you people that are actually looking into getting into Amazon and doing stuff online, it is a high learning curve. I mean, you have to learn a lot of stuff. You have to figure out what products are selling. You got to do a lot of research and everything like that. So it is pretty it's pretty difficult to get involved in. I did make a couple of sales. I made a Shopify store. I mean, I learned how to use Shopify. I learned how to drive traffic to my Shopify store. I ended up actually, I guess, pretty much meeting some people overseas, not really meeting them, but I guess interacting with them online, virtually meeting them, and ended up, they purchased some courses from me. I ended up growing a fan page in that niche, not based off, yeah, it was based off of my website, but ended up growing a fan page actually by using some of Anthony's tactics to like 25,000 fans, which that page is still pretty much in existence today. It's on Facebook.
Awesome.
But the thing is, with pages right now, Facebook pretty much limited the traffic and everything like that to the pages, which I know you guys out there, some of you guys, I mean, if you're veterans, that's really not a lot to you, but a lot of people haven't grown anything to, you know, 25,000 fans. I mean, obviously, yeah, I know groups, Facebook groups and pages with millions of fans, and, you know, even YouTube channels now with, you know, millions of fans. But I mean, even back then, you know, that was still pretty good, 25,000 fans. And, which you guys, if you want to, I mean, the course might a little bit be outdated as far as pages, but you can still take the recommendations that Anthony mentions, and you can actually use them and apply them to pretty much bring in traffic and generating traffic to your pages or to your groups, if you have a Facebook group, or even to your websites as well. And it gives you actually alternate different things, but you can get access to that as well. But anyway, the next, that's pretty much my background. And then, well, long story short, oh yeah, so how did we, you know, get into, you know, the group that we got into with Anthony? So obviously Adrian, like I said, I purchased his course, and then I ended up doing e-commerce for a while. But like I said, e-commerce really wasn't necessarily a fit for me, because it was just a lot of different stuff. Now, when I say fit, I mean, I really didn't enjoy doing it. I mean, I like, you know, the aspects of it, and I like, you know, doing, you know, as far as what I was learning, how to, you know, pretty much grow an online business, the things that I needed. Because I also learned about autoresponders, which you guys don't know about that. There's, you know, just pretty much I don't want to go into, you know, too much detail, but just autoresponder is actually a way when people opt in to a particular landing page, like most people have, you know, ask for email addresses on a landing page. So when you put in your email address on a landing page, automatically, most of the time, or in a certain time, you'll get an email from the particular person or what you're opting in, whatever you're opting in for, and it'll automatically send you an email. Autoresponder is actually the software in the background that actually runs that. So that's how you get that's how you get the email from the particular person. But where was I going with that story? But anyway, the thing is, I learned how to do all that through e-commerce. But then I was listening to Adrian Morrison's webinar one night, and he actually featured Anthony on there. So I went from Ty to Adrian to Anthony. Actually, it's kind of a joke with Anthony, because I actually met Anthony in Miami personally, and I kind of told him the story, and he kind of got excited. He was like, well, wait a minute, you were following Todd, then you followed my brother, now you're following me. So it was like, oh, so that means I'm better than pretty much both of them. So he got kind of got a, a little kick out of it. But yeah, so I actually ended up purchasing, I don't remember what the actual course was. It might have actually been a software. It might have been his mobile app and software. It might have been fan page domination, where I learned how to build generate a big fan page. And that's how I got introduced to Anthony. So, that's pretty much, from one, I guess, expert to the next to the next. So that's pretty interesting. But actually, let me ask you this question as well. So you kind of know why I got into online marketing, and we kind of heard that from you as well, Michael. But I mean, what's the specific reason why you picked, going into an online business?
Um, it was like, actually, it was two branches. I've always liked working on the computer, and I always saw online business as being something that I could do on the side or build it up as a business, to where I'm not running it all the time. And I tell you, I was when the economy in 2008 was going down, I was really hitting it hard, and I was doing a lot of multi-level marketing. Carbon Copy Pro was probably a big one, but I was doing video marketing and ad article marketing. I would make these little video reviews, and then I'd write these blog posts, and I would do you run it through a program that switches out the words so that when it was put on all these different sites, Google didn't say, "Oh, that's not original content because it's on these other pages and such." And I would spend probably 2 or 3 hours in the morning going through this routine and such, because I saw there was potential, but I always got little pieces of the puzzle. Um, and then the second branch I was trying to do is leverage my knowledge of working in architecture for 30 years and trying to help people. I constantly hear people when they hear I'm an architect, they go, "Oh, let me tell you about my nightmare remodel that I had," and such. And that would really crush my heart, because I love architecture. I love building new spaces. And for, at least in California, you've got an addition, even a small one is $100,000, but you've got people spending three, four, $500,000 and not enjoying the process. That just crushed me. So, I wrote a book and tried to market it that way, and such. And I'm still trying to develop that program, but along the way, I would try different programs, and they all gave you just a little bit. They tantalize you, say, "Hey, this is what you can do," and they give you a little bit of the steps that you had to go, but it wasn't the complete picture. And I was always looking for that, and I didn't realize, what I was looking for a mentor. And when I came across Anthony's program, and it was a partner with Anthony, and I looked at that and I went, this, he came across really personable, really open. And I basically said, this was probably about 60 days ago. And I said, you know what? I'm going to jump all in. I'm going to do everything that he says. He's got a lot of information. He's got a lot of programs. And I basically got everything. And just started going through the modules. And the modules had just a ton of information. And, for this old dog trying to learn some of the tricks and how everything connects, it took a couple times going through. But it was the first time that I actually got a sale. I got a commission on something and made it back. And so I've really approached this differently too as a business. It's not something that, oh, if I don't make $10,000 in a month, I'm quitting. That's kind of the mentality I think I had before. Um, but I really looked at it and says, okay, this is a business. I'm dedicating the next 18 months to a couple hours here, probably a couple hours a day on it, and just kind of shut down other things that I was doing. So, I have my primary business I do first, and then in the morning I'll do something for an hour, and then in the evening I'm doing something for a couple hours to get my business going and such. And I just found that I mean, the program that you're talking about, the Facebook group Success Connection, is absolutely amazing. The amount of information that he gives, the programs he gives away, the businesses he gives away is amazing. I've been going back through the recordings that I have access to, and that is absolutely that absolutely just blows my mind on it. I just finished the 8-figure funnel, and I'm trying that too. There's so many businesses in there, and that's why I went with him. He's very open, honest, and just a ton of information.
Yeah, that's good. And I want to actually touch on a point. So I know that earlier in our conversation, you were actually talking about trading time for money. So
Yeah,
how has I guess having an online business or even just PWA itself allowed you to I guess not trade your time for money, or how has it alleviated some of that pressure from trading time for money? Because I know there's a lot of people out there who are actually going to work each and every day, and that's all they're doing is trading time for money, and they're actually trying to get out of that
that's
that rant. So I mean, how did actually just establishing an online business help you get out of that?
that's a great question. It's well, the example is what I was talking about. So I went through the program, the Partner with Anthony program, and he basically sets you up how you are an affiliate marketing business for his Partner with Anthony. And I think that's why some people go, oh, all you're doing is promoting him. I go, that's the first step. You don't know what to do. You don't, if he said, hey, this is how you do it, go find a program and go do it. That's the whole problem. Is I got that in the past, and I'm like, okay, now what do I do? Yeah, I know these steps, but I don't know what's the best program. And so you did his, and so I spent I think by day 13, you had your funnels and things all set up, and I started putting traffic to it. I was making sales, and so that now is going, and I just every now and then I have a weekly goal, a budget of sales that I send to that. Well, while that's going on, I shifted over to this 8-figure funnel formula, and I'm building that business. And it's funny, I was just I've finished it, I'm tweaking it, I'm about ready to test that. And 5 more sales from PWA came in today, which is the most I've had in any one day. Because I was going through, and I want to point out it. Yes, I say this and I'm excited because the prior 2 weeks, I think I got 1 sale. And in fact, I kind of posted and I said, hey, what's going on? Is this out of favor? And that's the short-term view. I don't have enough of experience to know that did copy not work? Or is this just a lull because something's happening in the world? And so you just have to be consistent with it. And so that right there is I got those 5 sales. I didn't do anything for that today, or actually other than buying the ads and pushing traffic to it. I've moved on to something else that I'm going to put that into place. And so I'll have 2 sources, and I'm testing, constantly testing. So that's what I see is, okay, and actually I've been so busy, I haven't even looked. When I got a sale before, I'd go and look and say, oh, what is it? Who is it? What did they get? Now I'm just like, okay, that's going on. I don't have to worry about that. Let's focus on getting another business. And that's really cool. I can't wait to get the next one, get that set up, get traffic to it, and then I'm going to move on to the next one. So I'm investing my time. This was a week's worth of time for this current project, and I'll start testing it with traffic, and I'll move on to the next business. I'm just going to keep layering businesses that will eventually flow into each other. That funnel stacking that Anthony talks about is someone will come into my 8-figure funnel, and then I'll show them, hey, you can also partner with Anthony so you can get some training. And then they'll go into my third business, and all these things stack together. And I'm behind it saying, I'm here to help you. If you have a question, yes, there's lots of places that you're going to be able to go. But if you want to talk to the guy who actually got you into it, I'm here. I have my own page, and we can chat. And eventually I see where I'll probably be doing the same thing that Anthony is on Thursday nights is, hey, I'll open it up. You've got questions, let's come in. I'll do a little training, say, hey, this is something that I found, because that's the total value that Anthony brings to this. He's constantly saying, hey, this is what I'm doing. And this is what's worked for me. Yes, you have to do work to piece it all together. He's doing 95% of it, but there's still a lot of pieces to put together. But you do that and you've got a business. Now the next step is when I get enough experience and really get good at tweaking funnels and such, I'll start taking his funnels and putting my stamp on it. So it's me, not Anthony's, where everyone else out there has the same funnel. They'll start to see me as being, the book will be different, the ClickFunnels site will be different, all of those things. And that comes with experience. And so that's it's amazing for that. And I would say anybody who's listening to this, if there's a link below, at least check it out. It's I think $7 a month to get started, and for that 30 days you can go through his entire training. And if you sat at the end of that say, oh, it's not worth it, cancel. Okay, great. But you get 30 days of training, and there's a lot of training in there.
Yeah, there's a ton of training. And just to piggyback off of what Michael was saying, actually, I want you guys, I don't know if you actually saw the picture or not, but if you notice, Michael said he's pretty much just gotten started, with doing stuff online. I mean, yeah, I know you guys are going to make excuses out there and say, well, his background's business. He was an architecture for all this, but that's not even the point. The point is, he transitioned from an offline business. He pretty much told you he was doing architecture. And even if he had, a website and all that stuff, even if he was established online, you pretty much said that it came out of his own mouth that he was pretty much struggling with the economy. He was up and down with the economy. But the thing is, our mentor, where he's talking about Anthony Morrison, Anthony said, saying that, well, actually, I won't even give Anthony as an example, but actually Anthony's business is doing great during this time. I think he said he's made pretty much, the most money. But actually, I'm not even going to talk about Anthony. I'm actually going to talk about a student who has actually been following Anthony for probably about 5 or 6 years. She actually told me that her business, personally told me, I mean, she's kind of low key. I don't want to give her name or anything like that, but she's in our group as well, Michael. But she
Is
actually
that the one who just posted recently about a milestone she had?
I don't want to go into it,
okay. I just want to say it's that post that got me thinking, hey, where is that? She talked about the 8-figure funnel formula, and I went back and looked in the archives, and I could not believe the information that's there. It blew my mind. And so she gave her businesses that she did, and I'm just going to follow it. I mean, that's the great thing. There's so much information, and you can go back and apply it. So sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off.
That's good.
I know who you're talking about. But great group.
But yeah, actually, yeah, you get all this valuable information from the group, but then you can also connect with other entrepreneurs and business owners who are actually striving. There's really not much competition. I'm not going to say there's no competition because obviously all of us are making money, we're selling the same product, but there's really no hard competition, you know, with each other in the group. I mean, we always help each other out, even though we are competing to actually get, you know, to Anthony's level or at least somewhere close to him. But I mean, the thing
I'll
is, you know, is
just take lower runs. I'm okay.
yeah, that's true. That's true. I know that. Well, we're always striving to get higher, so I can put it like that. But I know that actually, yeah. So there was a lady in the group that actually said that her business is doing the best it's ever done, and I think she just got started in, you know, maybe March or April, and she's making like well, I won't want to say how much she's making, but she's making a lot of money just based off of. But it's not all about the money, but she's affecting a lot of people as well because she's building her
Yeah,
email list. But the picture that Michael just painted, I know that some of you newbies out there may not see, but just look what he's saying. I mean, pretty much the one program that he got into is actually teaching him not only how to start online, but it's also teaching him how to continue and build his business online. I mean, not a lot of courses teach on that. I mean,
yeah,
even, you know, the course that I had with e-commerce, Adrian's brother, yeah, he taught a lot of different stuff as well. But the thing is, with PWA, you're actually learning how to, you know, you're learning how to actually establish your business online. So what you're learning is you're learning what softwares to use because you need an online presence. So
yeah.
therefore, most people will talk about Facebook, but what do you do on Facebook? What if Facebook shuts down? Well, I mean, your business is pretty much shut down. So Anthony teaches you how to build your business outside of different social media platforms. Even if you're on YouTube, YouTube might shut down. Now, I know these are like stretches, but I mean, it's possible. You know,
Absolutely.
MySpace shut down. TikTok is actually, you know, in transition where they were getting ready to close it, but I think they just partnered with Gary Vee's or not affiliate marketing, but digital marketing agency. So I don't think they're going to leave the United States pretty soon. But for a while there, it was looking like, you know, they were actually going to shut it down. So a lot of people who put a lot of time into TikTok, I still remember some videos when they actually first came out, people were actually crying. It was, you know, content creators crying on their TikTok videos because they were going to shut it down, which their
Yeah,
business was gone. But Anthony teaches you how to generate a business outside of all these social media platforms. All of their followers and everything gone. All the hard work is gone. So even you content creators, this program is for you. Even you business owners, like Michael just said, he said that, you know, there is, you know, architect. He was an architect, and I'm pretty sure it's helping his architecture business as well, unless he's pretty much transitioned, you know, fully out of that. But I mean, even if he didn't, like, I actually thought about this the other day and actually talked to one of the admins in the group about it. I don't know if you, well, I'm pretty sure you've seen his post before, Roger Festa, where I was
hmm,
like, the stuff that we are learning in PWA, we can actually build an agency on our own, and we can go out and help
yeah,
business owners. So, I mean, a lot of programs do not teach you how to build like this. They only teach on one specific topic. You might have a course on Facebook ads. That's actually in PWA. You might have a course on YouTube ads or building on YouTube. That's actually in PWA. But these, I mean, different things teach on individual courses. You might have a course on solo ads, but all that is in PWA, partner with Anthony, and it's a low value. Just as Michael said, there's going to be a link either here, up here, on the sides, or somewhere, wherever you're looking at this video at, whether it's on a landing page, whether it's on YouTube, whether it's on Facebook, whether it's on TikTok, Pinterest, or wherever it is, there's going to be a link somewhere. If not, just reach out to us. There's going to be somewhere where you can message us. And if you're interested and getting started in an online business, actually, I mean, you really need to consider looking at partner with Anthony, because this program really doesn't compare with a lot of other programs. I know we're preaching, talking about partner with Anthony and all this stuff, but the thing is, that's how we have gotten started online. That's how we
yeah,
pretty much build our business. Now, I didn't necessarily get involved in PWA, even though I'm in the program, but I've been following Anthony, and actually what he did, I actually talked to Anthony personally about this. He's saying he spent more time in this low level, low core, well, I don't want to say low, but I mean just low cost as far as getting in. He said he spent more time in developing this course than he did his higher level programs. And when I first accessed Anthony, I did not, you know, when I was introduced to Anthony, I didn't get access to him at this low price. I actually had to pay a good little bit to actually get into his, you know, ecosystem. system, which obviously this is an opportunity for you guys to learn. I mean, high level, high top knowledge. I mean, there's a lot of
Yeah.
courses and stuff out there, and they're only selling their courses. This course actually teaches you how to personally sell the course that is helping you, but then also to sell other tools inside of the course. And there's one particular tool that pretty much if you have anything online, I don't know if you guys saw that or not, but I'm actually spitting and stuff now. I'm getting excited. So, let me just wipe my screen off a little bit. I don't know, wipe my camera off. So, yeah, just let me keep talking because sometimes I get excited. But the thing is, there's a software called ClickFunnels, and
Yeah.
any business owner can use it. And not only, I mean, obviously, when you get a new software, you're going to have to figure out how to use it. And yes, ClickFunnels does have their own training videos, their own videos on how to use it, the best use cases and all that stuff. But do you really want to learn from ClickFunnels? Of course you do, if you're trying to figure out building out different stuff. Or do you really want to know how to use it in the business? And PWA teaches you that as well. And if you have never heard of ClickFunnels, I don't know where you've been at for like the past
Yeah.
5 or 6
You haven't
years.
been online.
Yeah. So, yeah. So, I mean, if you hadn't heard of it, but maybe this is actually just a push to get you into it. Because if you've heard of it, I know you've probably seen ads if you're on Facebook or if you do anything. If you clicked on pretty much any big person, a top affiliate persons, or, anybody's, their ad or on their page or anything, I'm pretty sure you've seen an ad from ClickFunnels. But this might be a little push to get you into it. I mean, maybe it was a little complicated. Actually, I talked to a business owner, and I know Michael mentioned that he was into multi-level marketing, but this guy was in multi-level marketing, and he actually had ClickFunnels. He was using ClickFunnels, but he said it's too complicated, it's too hard to use, I don't like it. But the thing is, he really didn't have anybody showing him how to use it. And what Michael was actually talking about, he was talking about different businesses and stuff. Actually, the thing is, you don't only have access to partner with Anthony, you actually have access. How many businesses has Anthony given us now? Like 7 or 8, and we're working on 9 or something like that.
It's absolutely amazing. Yeah.
So you actually have a business. All you have to do with a click of a button, you have a business, another
Exactly.
business. And that's what he's
You have
talking
a book,
about.
you have emails, I mean, there's so many things that he just piles it on. It's absolutely amazing.
He really does. And just to, piggyback on him once again, I mean, his business is the business that he created outside of PWA. All he had to do was click one button and it was actually in his ClickFunnels account. So when you get access to ClickFunnels, you will get access to all of these different businesses where a lot of courses do not do that whatsoever. A lot of courses don't provide you the opportunity to make your money back from the course. But the thing is, I know we haven't really necessarily touched on, I guess, the personality of Anthony or the type of person Anthony is, but Anthony wants to see you succeed online. He actually made a statement that he's like, I understand that I'm not the best marketer. He said, I understand I'm not the best person that can write copy. I understand I'm not the best person that can do design on ClickFunnels pages. He said, I want you guys to do better than me. He's like, there's some of you out there that are actually better than me. He's like, who thinks they can build better landing pages than me? And of course, a lot of people, we were actually on a live webinar, a lot of people said, no, I can't do that. He was like, why would you even say, no, you can't do that and you haven't tried? It's like, you have to try. He's like, I know I'm not the best person. He's like, there's people who are actually gifted to do design. There's people who are actually gifted to do, copy. But right now, at the level Anthony is, he actually can just go out and hire somebody. But the thing is, you got to take your gifts and use them, and whatever capabilities that is. I mean, Michael said he was an architect, which obviously I'm sure he has some type of, capacity to design some type of stuff, so, or he has a vision and a focus, because that's just, he can draw, he can do something, as far as, relating to architecture. Like me, I'm like more analytical because I like looking stuff in the lab. I pay attention to detail. That's why I love like doing Facebook ads and stuff and looking at the analytics and studying the data, even though that takes time, which obviously there's time devoted to other stuff. But I mean, I really get a kick and enjoy doing that. So whatever you enjoy doing, maybe an online business isn't for you. Maybe partner with Anthony isn't for you, but what the hope is we're trying to do and what we want you to do is we want you to see that everything is transitioning to online. And as we talked about in the beginning, or Michael mentioned in the beginning, I didn't necessarily want to touch on this, but the thing is, you need to, not just trade time for money. Because I mean, your time is very valuable. That's one thing that you cannot get back is time. I'm obviously already thinking about, some of the things I've done. I mean, I'm like 41, almost 42 years old now. So the thing is, there's different things, and I have 2 kids. So I spent, a lot of majority of my life at work, working or either in school or even studying. The thing is, I can't get that time back. So you need to start thinking what you can do now to generate more
Absolutely.
time with the things you love doing instead of, going to work each and every day and clocking in. So yeah, we wanted to actually, touch on that. And I mean, have you been in any other, I guess, courses and stuff online, or is this like the first course that you purchased online? And if you have been in any courses, how does, partner with Anthony compare to those courses, which I'm pretty sure, I think we kind of blown, it
I
out.
think we know the answer. Um, I I've probably been in a dozen courses over the last 8 years. I've spent a lot of money on programs and coaching and all of that. And yeah, I have a lot of background information now on marketing and things like that. But again, it was a step by step that that Anthony gave, and that was a big difference. I mean, I think I saw his video, and it just came across the video that he really wanted to help people, and that's what got me to try it. I hadn't heard from him, never heard his name before, saw the ad or saw the video, and said, "Hmm, he looks like someone who wants to help." And I took a leap of faith and got it, and that was really it. I'm not one. I'm not like you, Mike. I don't do a lot of analytical study. I go with my gut, and my gut was saying, looks like he has a good program and something that you can do, and that has absolutely been true.
Yeah, and speaking of just studying, actually, I just thought of something. Sometimes when people trigger stuff and I remember stuff, but he actually just triggered a thought where he said, I do analytical study. But that night, I actually purchased my first course from Adrian Morrison. I actually forgot that I actually went and I tried to find him online to see if there are any scams or anything like that, or if people were getting scammed from his course. And I know Anthony talks against doing that, but I'm going to research. I love the research. I love looking
Yes.
at stuff. And so I went and researched all that stuff, and I really didn't find anything online. I was like, yeah, I think this guy's, pretty legit. Now, I know you guys, you can go out. I mean, I encourage you to do that. Obviously, do your due diligence before you get anything. And then obviously, like Michael was saying, he got results, but we're not promising results or anything like that. So we want to make that clear. We're not saying that you're going to make $1 million, $1 billion, or anything like that. We're actually saying that you will get knowledge if you apply it and you use it. You will have some type of results. Pretty much, I'm not going to say that guaranteed results, but I mean, I've had results, he's had results. There's thousands of other students that post in the group every day that they're making money online and that they're building their email list and all that stuff. So, I mean, it's highly unlikely. The probability is very low that you will not get results. But speaking of that, I want you to go do your due diligence, look up Anthony online, figure out, is this guy legit? I mean, if the interview right here doesn't allow you to see that, I mean, then obviously, yeah, I mean, whatever. Just go do whatever you want to do, continue on with your life. I mean, yeah, I'm pretty sure you're still going to constantly see ads for Partner with Andy. You're going to constantly see Anthony because actually he's blowing up. His YouTube channel is actually, getting a lot higher every day, which
Yeah.
the stuff that he is learning, he's actually paying different companies to help him build out his channels. But yet what he's doing is he's giving all that information to us pretty much, for free. Obviously, you get access to that for just one fee of like less than $10. I don't know if he's going to raise the price or not. You never know. So, I mean, I'd hurry up and jump in because there's a lot of results. Usually when results start coming in for a program, the price usually increases. So you might want to go check that out right now today. I mean, the price, whenever you're watching this video, the price might already be up. But if it's not up, then you might want to go ahead and hop in as soon as possible. But yeah, so do your due diligence. I know I looked up, well, obviously, that's the thing. I mean, we're telling you the program works. You really don't have to do too much. I mean, I don't see anything like this. I don't see a lot of people who are taking different courses and programs. I don't see them, out, on, the internet actually expressing their thanks and, their accolades for a course that they are in. Most of the time they're trying to run away from the course. They're trying to get their money back from the course and anything like that. But I mean, we're out here telling you the program works, but I mean, still go do your due diligence. But pretty much, what we're saying, just add that to the list. So usually what I do is, kind of the pros and cons of, whenever you're making a decision, whenever you're making a purchase or anything like that. And I guarantee you there is more pros and cons. And then since Michael mentioned the name of the group, I was going to try to, leave that, I guess, kind of,
Oh, sorry.
but it doesn't matter. But obviously it's just giving, everybody, access. But just go check out the group. I mean, it's the Success Connection. And don't just go in there and, click on all random links and then purchase, a course or anything like that. Now, this is not multi-level marketing. Obviously, we do want you to succeed, but I mean, whether what I try to do is, the person that actually told me about something, whether it's a movie or anything like that, I actually end up going back to the person and say, oh yeah, I went to watch this movie, I liked it and all that stuff. But get back in touch with us before you proceed or do anything, either myself or Michael or wherever you're watching this video at. The person that you heard it from, actually go back to that person. Now, obviously that probably sounds like, a network marketing thing or multi-level marketing thing, but to me it's just kind of like the golden rule: do unto others as you have them do unto you. I mean, if you're telling somebody about a course or something like that, wouldn't you want them to come back to you? So just either, come back to either one of us or wherever you heard it. I mean, if you heard it from somebody else first, then go back to that person or whatever. But the ultimate goal that we want you to have here today is to let you know that everything is transitioning online. Whether you're a business owner, whether you're an employee, like whether you're an architect, whether you're a lab tech, whether you're a doctor or a lawyer. The thing is, actually, Anthony had, I know I'm telling a lot about Anthony's story, but he actually shares, a lot about, his story. But he actually had the opportunity to, actually, he majored in biology as well. He actually had the opportunity to go to med school, but because of his family situation, he actually had to find a way to make money quick because his dad lost all of his money through some type of investment that he would actually put his money in, and they lost their money pretty much overnight. Anthony could not continue school, and I think Adrian couldn't continue school, and I think their sister, they have a younger sister, and I think she wasn't going to be able to go to school. When I say school, I mean college. Both of them were in college. Adrian and Anthony were in college, and I think their sister was getting ready to go to college, but because they pretty much lost all their money, which they were also going to lose their house. So they pretty much, I guess, think they were fairly successful. I think his dad did. I think he was a real estate agent or something like that. But anyway, they actually had a, I guess, a pretty good life growing up. But regardless of that, they were getting ready to lose it overnight. And Anthony had to find a way to make money quick. So he turned towards the internet. And he actually opted up to be an affiliate marketer over going to med school, which Anthony is not, an idiot. He's not a dumb guy. I mean, he knows his stuff. I mean, he's pretty smart and he's pretty, quick. So I think that he would have gotten into, med school, and I think he would have been a fairly successful doctor, but yet he chose affiliate marketing, which he constantly makes statements, or he's made, a couple of statements where he's saying that he's happy he chose this route because he doesn't necessarily, even you doctors and lawyers out there, you're actually still trading time for money. Yeah, you're getting a ton of, money in, in return for doing whatever you do. Obviously, yeah, your profession, you went to school for, I don't know how many ever years, but the thing is, you actually have a time that you have to be in court. Anthony
And if you
doesn't have a time.
stop,
Yeah. And if
that's
you
the
stop,
key.
yeah, that's true. That's the key.
Stop.
Yeah.
You
That's
lose
true.
your money.
That's true. Yeah. So if you
If
stop
you
doing what
say,
you're
oh,
doing,
I'm not trading it, okay, can you take a month off and still get paid?
that's true.
Most likely that's a no.
That's true. So yeah, you do have to go to work each and every day, whether you're a doctor, you're a lawyer. Well, maybe not every day. I mean, surgeons and stuff obviously go once a week and all that stuff. But I mean, still, even with that, you still have some type of requirement. If there's an emergency surgery, they're going to call you in wherever you're at. So the thing is, what he's saying, and even if you stop, period, you're not going to get any money. I mean, you might have some investments and all that stuff, but how long is that going to last? That's actually what we're teaching here now. Actually, the principles that Partner with Anthony is teaching you, you can actually be able to, be in Hawaii and have your business still growing. You can be on a cruise ship, have your business still going. All you got to do, as long as you have internet access, you have a business. I mean, that's pretty much it. You got a cell phone, you got a laptop, you pretty much got your business is up. You don't have to worry about going into the office. You don't have to worry about doing different. Well, obviously, I still like to study and stay fresh on stuff, but I mean, obviously, you doctors and lawyers, you're doing that anyway. So, but for a regular full-time employee who's probably, you guys are the ones out there watching this, whether you're on first shift, second shift, third shift, no matter what profession you are in, you need to start thinking about, whether it's this program, another program, or whatever. You need to start thinking about what you are going to do, whenever you do retire, I guess officially retire, there's not going to be any Social Security. Your 401k, the government's trying to find a way to get at your 401k where they're going to tax you increase. I know I talked to a guy about this the other day. He was saying, well, you're only going to get taxed, at a lower rate. I actually stopped investing in my 401k because I don't want to get into that. But anyway, I started investing into my 401k. It's like, I need my money now. I want to invest my money now. And that's pretty
Yeah,
much, what I'm doing. I mean, the money that you're spending, obviously, yeah, go seek legal advice. I'm not telling you exactly specifically what to do with your money, but this is what I'm doing. The money that I'm spending on my 401k, I actually use some of that to actually run YouTube ads, to run Facebook ads, because this is where the money is, and you can grow and you can build off
that's your
that.
investment in the
Yeah,
business.
that's
It's a
true.
business.
That's
You
true.
invest in it, you take the profits from it and you reinvest it. That's what business people do. And that's what I do in my architectural business. It's just that with what I see in my online business, if I reinvested in marketing, training, and such, and building other businesses, that's where I see the payoff is. In a couple of years, I'll look back and these things will still be working, and all I'm doing is putting $1 in and getting, maybe 2 or 3 back, and I'll take that trade every day.
That's true. That's true. That's always a good trade. I mean, I like every time I went to the bank and I give them $1 and then they give me like 4 or 5, or as he said, 2 back. So, I mean, obviously, try that, take that on for, size. But like I'm saying, you may not actually, I mean, you might be a business owner. You might already know how to generate traffic, drive traffic, anything like that. But you might actually be looking for a sales funnel, or you might actually be looking for, a way to build leads. So actually just check out ClickFunnels. I'm sure there's actually going to be 2 links wherever you're watching this at, one for Partner with Anthony, and at least one for ClickFunnels. So just go check out ClickFunnels. They're actually offering a 14-day free trial where you can actually try it out for free and you can see if it's for your business. And actually do this for me. Do me a favor. Whenever you go to that website, there's actually there is what is it, like a quiz or just an overview of what type of business you're in. And then whatever you click on, whatever button you click on, well, actually, I think it might be about 10 or 11 different people who use ClickFunnels, the top agencies or the top professions, top businesses, top companies that use ClickFunnels. If you click on one of those, I think it might actually give you a free funnel. But if you don't have a free funnel, I actually want to send you a free funnel. Just get in touch with Michael or I. We probably
Absolutely.
in our, I guess we have a ton. Well, I know I have a ton of funnels. I'm pretty sure Michael has, about the
I
same.
have the short time that I've been involved with Anthony, I have a ton of funnels,
Yeah. So
and there's a couple already built in that share how to be an affiliate marketed for ClickFunnels. You can
exactly.
immediately turn around and start paying for your, by bringing people into ClickFunnels. So that's,
Exactly.
there's 2 sides to every.
Exactly. So we wanted to give you guys the opportunity to get access to not only a course that will actually build your business. And if you don't have a business, it will actually give you a business and it'll actually show you how to grow it. But then also, we wanted to give you the tools to help you be successful online. And Partner with Anthony does all those things. So, I mean, we've already explained
Absolutely.
the type of businesses that use Partner with Anthony, anything like that, or the type of business who actually may use ClickFunnels or who can use either one of these different, whether the software or the program, the course itself. We've already given you different, use cases for each one of those. And we actually want to tell you to go check it out. And I want to thank Michael for joining me. I don't know. Actually, I want to ask one more question. If you were to have a superpower, I always do this on pretty much everybody I interview or anybody I talk to, wherever you want to consider this conversation. But if you were to have one type of, or if you were to have a superpower, what would it be and why would you choose that superpower?
Wow, that is there's so many superpowers. Growing up, it was Superman, and I'd probably say strength or indestructibility.
That's good.
Um,
So
because
why would you?
then you could do anything with that,
All right.
go anywhere and help as much as you can too. How about you?
That's good. I know. Actually, I guess to be straightforward, actually, I was asked. I've been doing interviews for a while, and probably it had probably been about a year now, maybe about 9 months or so. I had, well, I've done interviews, I guess, up until that point. And then 9 months ago, I went on an interview, actually real interview, like a job interview. And somebody asked me that question. It was like, wow, how in the world? Because normally I'm the one asking the question. I didn't tell him exactly what I was doing, but I told him, it was like, I asked this question a lot. Now it's kind of turned towards me. But actually, somebody I interviewed, they asked me, and I thought about it anyway, you know. But actually, the superpower that I would choose, I would want to have a way where the more work that I did, like, you know, if I stayed up longer and I did a lot of work, I would want to have a way to actually re-energize off of that, because I don't like sleeping, because I think sleeping is a waste of time. Even though obviously I know I need to sleep, but I mean, obviously everybody needs to sleep. So if I could have a superpower where the more work I did, it would energize me and I wouldn't have to sleep, then I would love to have that superpower. So, you know, because obviously, you know, being a content creator, you always want to, or whatever you're doing online, whether you're a business owner, whether you're even an employee, I mean, you want to figure out a way to, I mean, well, at least I want to figure out a way to increase my time. And I feel like if I
Absolutely.
wasn't sleeping, then obviously, because, well, maybe I should actually say, you know, extend, I want the superpower to extend the day, or maybe to extend time or something
Something like
that way.
that.
You know, that way I'd actually get sleep. But I don't know, I just sleep, but I still wouldn't want to sleep, you know, just kind of, I guess, I don't know. I'm thinking about what is that? What was that? Twilight for some reason now, where it'd be like a vampire or something, and, you know, just live like the Cullens or something like that. Just live for, you know, forever and not sleep. But yeah, thank you, Michael, for joining me. And like I said, go check out either one of our links, our pages, and everything like that. So we thank you guys. Like I said, wherever you are watching this at, make sure you stay locked in on his podcast, my podcast, his channel, his website, my website, whatever it is, wherever you're at. But most of all, we want you to realize, go ahead and change what you are currently doing. Always increase, make yourself better. All right, you guys have a good one, and take care.
Absolutely.
All right. I'll end up, yeah, that's good. Actually, I'll end up cutting it probably right here. I'm still recording. So, yeah, thanks, Michael, for having me on. I guess it's been a little over an hour now, because I think it's been, yeah, actually it's
That's
like an
okay.
hour and a half, isn't it? Because didn't we hop on? Well, we hopped on about 2:45, I think. Yeah,
Yeah.
a little over an hour. But yeah, thanks, Michael, for hopping on. Like I said, let me, what's the best way? Do you have, you want me to send this? What's the best way I can send this?
I'll put my link in our message, my email,
All right.
and you can send me a link to the videos.
All right. Yeah, probably I might. I'll figure out a way. Yeah. So it'll probably be
You have
Google.
a
Actually.
Dropbox or something like that you can send a link, because I'm sure you can't send the video.
Oh yeah, I know. It'll be
It'll be huge.
yeah, probably I'll upload it to Google and I can see that. Yeah, that I've done that before.
Oh,
I can
that's
upload it
okay, and
to
then share it
Gmail.
that way.
Yeah,
Okay.
that'll work.
All right. I'll send you my Google address email.
All right. All
All
right. Thank
right.
you,
Thank you,
Michael. Have
sir.
a
You
good
have a
day.
good evening.
All right. You too.
Okay. Bye.